Yeah, it was much cooler this morning. We woke up to those 20s and 30s. Very chilly start to our day, but the good news is we will warm up at least a bit more than what we've seen in the past couple of days. Yesterday, we had trouble getting out of those 50s into the afternoon, but this afternoon, at least a little bit warmer. But again, we started off in those 20s and 30s this morning. Carmi around 32, Mount Vernon 23, but now those temperatures have warmed up quite a bit, even warmer than yesterday's highs, somewhere in those mid 50s. Marion right now at 55, Cape Girardeau and Paducah both at 56, so a much warmer start to our day so far, which is some good news if you're tired of the cold. And it looks really nice outside. Lots of blue skies across the area, lots of sunshine as well. You see those really pretty fall colors in Poplar Bluff, Carbondale, along with Carterville here. So it doesn't look too bad outside, and it is starting to feel a bit better, which is also some good news if you were tired of the cold, at least a little bit. This afternoon, we'll continue to climb up into those lower 60s by 1 o'clock, hitting mid 60s around 3 and 5. Sunny conditions are pretty much sticking with us, along with some pretty gusty winds. We have a pretty steady breeze out of the southwest pretty much most of today. We also have a red flag warning in place for today, so we're keeping an eye on that. Tomorrow we will be warming up, still pretty windy out there as well. And then this weekend, much warmer, well above average highs, and gusty still with that as well. But right now, radar and satellite does not look too bad. We're pretty clear. We have a little bit of snow off to our northeast. Nothing to worry about here at home, at least. Lots of sunshine on deck here. That steady breeze coming out of the southwest. Temperatures for our lunchtime hour somewhere in those mid 50s, climbing up a bit by 3 o'clock, close to 70 degrees for some of us. 68 in Carbondale, Cape Girardeau, and Sykeston. Staying pretty warm into the evening as well, still into those 60s. By 8 o'clock, dipping into the 50s, and we see our winds shift a bit more out of the south instead of the southwest. Starts to die down a bit more overnight tonight as well, and we're only going to dip down into the 40s, so a lot nicer than those 20s and 30s we've been feeling the past couple of days. Even warmer again tomorrow. This time tomorrow somewhere in those upper 60s. So we've got some warm temperatures headed our way if you're a bit tired of the cold, but we're still keeping an eye on that elevated fire threat today. We do have a red flag warning in effect until 7 o'clock today. That's because it's still very dry outside. We have that low humidity, pretty breezy conditions as well, so keeping an eye on that, but it's going to be pretty gusty today and tomorrow. Winds somewhere in the teens, gusts near 20 miles an hour. Get a bit of a break overnight tonight, but then it picks right back up tomorrow. Could possibly see another red flag warning tomorrow since it does look pretty similar to today, other than it will be a bit warmer. But drought monitor still pretty bad across the region. Severe for a lot of our counties, especially in Missouri, parts of Illinois, and Kentucky. So it's been very dry. The good news is there is a good chance for rain next week. The timing of it is still a bit of a toss-up, somewhere between Monday and Wednesday. So you'll want the Storm Track 3 app so you can keep up to date with that. But the good news is if you're tired of the cold, we have a nice break coming our way, maybe even getting into the 80s this weekend. But yesterday we were in the 50s. Today we'll be in the 60s, tomorrow the 70s, and then this weekend the 80s. Again, we are tracking that chance of rain happening at the start of the week. Timing of that is still somewhere between Monday and Wednesday, so keeping an eye on that, but enjoy the much warmer weather.
And it's nice to hear you say there's a good chance for rain, because we can really use it in our area.
We really could.
All right. Thank you, Katie.
Thanks.